What's up, guys? Today we're going to be changing out a leaking axle seal on the 2GR MR2.
The transmission is already empty, and that's because I replaced the passenger side axle a couple days ago. It's actually the driver's side that was leaking pretty bad. You can see how it's all wet in there.
You can see the fluid coming out in this clip, and everything looked pretty good, so there was really no worries besides an axle leak.
This will be really straightforward. The CV axle nut is already loose. I did that a couple days ago when the car was on the ground. We undo the ball joint. There's two of them. The tow arm comes undone. With everything disconnected, that actually allows us to just push. Let me push this down a bit. Push everything out. And then I can push the axle off to the side like that.
This is a clutch release fork, which comes really in handy for removing the axles off of these cars. Ironically enough, this part actually came off of an old transmission that I broke that used to be installed in this car.
The way that I use this part is that I put it in between the transmission and the axle, and then I'll come down here, I'll tap the bottom, and that will just pop the axle out of place. This is the seal that's bad. Pulling it out is pretty easy. I just use a little pick, pull it out, put the new one in place. I've had videos actually flagged before for using sharp objects, so I'm not going to show that part. Old seal is out, new one's in, and the axle goes back in now. It does have splines on this end, so you'll just kind of, as you put it in the transmission, you'll just turn it until you'll feel the splines lining up, and then you just push it into place, and it locks with this C-clip here. And she's in place. The tow arm and ball joint has been reattached, so this is all stationary again. That has been snugged down. Once the car's on the ground, I'll go through and really torque this down to spec just to make sure that doesn't come loose, and obviously I'll add the cotter pin. Aside from that, we just have to fill up the transmission. So this bottom one is the drain bolt. The top one is the fill bolt. We just put the fluid in there till the fluid starts oozing out. That's when you know that the transmission's fully filled up.
The fluid that I'm using comes in a flexible bag, so it's really easy to work with in that tight space. I know oftentimes people, on MR2s at least, they'll disconnect the breather on top of the transmission, hook up a funnel, and fill it up that way. If the fluid I was using came in different packaging, that's the way that I would be doing it right now. I am on bottle number 3, or package number 3, whatever, and so towards the end of this one, the fluid's probably just gonna start oozing out. Actually, I think it's already started doing it. Yep, right there. And she's full. Axle seal's replaced, the transmission's topped off. So at this point, I'm gonna give this car a bolt check off camera, take her to go get an alignment, then she's ready to hit the track for the first time with this new setup.